My name's Ian Vason. I'm the leader for connecting end users with accountants. I'm also essentially the leader of the ProAdvisor program. So we're talking today is accountant-client matching. So the benefits of the program, or benefits of what we're talking about is, first we're in the prototyping phase. We're in the very early stages of it. What we want to do is we want to be able to provide more better qualified leads through the Find a ProAdvisor website. So what we're trying to do is iterate on the Find a ProAdvisor website to be able to get more coming through the system and then be able to provide more details so we can create a better match between the customer, the QuickBooks customer, and the accountant. So some of the problems that we have today is we get to, a lot of customers will get to the list, and from the list they drop off because the list gets confusing. Anytime you provide a lot of information, we get a lot of drop off. On the accountant side, we don't provide a lot of details on who exactly are you going to be talking to. And so how do we bridge that gap to provide more information up front so you know whether or not you want to invest the time to have the communication with this particular QuickBooks customer. So I'm going to skip through the slides pretty quick. Well, I'm going to go through some of the early stage prototyping that we've done. So you may have heard that we've done some tests in some sort of markets, but what we're trying to understand is what exactly are things that are going to help and what things are not going to help. So we put some initial ideas out there. So this may look familiar. It's like the Find a ProAdvisor website. You see the zip code. But what we're trying to do is understand, well, what other elements are going to be helpful in identifying if someone's a right match for you. So what we've laddered into is industry, the products, and the services. And then capturing the information for that particular QuickBooks customer so that way we can continue with the conversation if they decide to not use the Find a ProAdvisor website or if they decide to go ahead and make a connection. So here they can provide more advanced information, but we've learned that if we create a lot of questions, we're getting a serious drop-off, so we want to ask just the bare minimum. So if you click next, what we've learned is we've done different tests throughout the process and try to learn what sort of behaviors are there and what sort of things are going to be helpful and what things are not going to be helpful. So one of the earlier tests we had was, let's go ahead and just pick someone for you and not show you the details behind it. And we learned from that indeed customers want to see who they can choose from. So the list is a critical component of the process and understanding who's the right match for me based upon whatever my criteria would be. And so we have on the Find a ProAdvisor website, there's an algorithm and the ranking order and those types of things. It's very important. But the other problem we're trying to solve for is I get to the list and again, I don't know who to pick. And so how do I get somebody to pick for me based upon what I've given as my information? And so that's what we show here is one of the tests that we have in market right now, or the test that we're trying to understand is, well, do we provide a pick for me option? Well, one of the things we see is once you've become static for a duration of time, picking becomes very important. And that's where we have, well, maybe we'll pick 3, maybe we'll pick 4, maybe we'll pick 5, and we'll send those to you. Once, again, I'm trying to go through it quickly, but once you've done the 3, you decide that you're either going to choose your own, and you press next, or you decide that you want to be picked for, or you've become stale and static, and we prompt to see whether or not you want us to pick, you go ahead and you confirm. And what happens then is 2 things happen. 1, an email is sent to the account or to the QuickBooks customer, and for those customers, they're able to see, well, who did you pick? This is not complete, but who did you pick? And we've contacted those folks on your behalf so they can contact you. We've also provided tips for how to actually engage with that ProAdvisor on how to make that conversation as fruitful as possible so you can know this is the right match. On the flip side, on the account side, we've sent all the details that we've collected thus far. So you can understand whether or not this is a good match for you, and you can either go ahead and approve or deny and make the connection or not. Right now, we're very early in the process. Those are some of the initial ideas. We've gotten a lot of good feedback, and we're going to iterate on the process as we go forward. We want to make sure that we're doing everything we can to make sure that we take what we have today and improve upon it. But be able to service the customers and be able to get them connected as well as provide more leads for the ProAdvisors. So we're still early. We're in the prototyping phase. We're going to continue with that. And as we learn more, we're going to go ahead and see where it takes us.